Hi there, my name is Curtis and I am the youth director at Sioux Falls First United Methodist Church. Welcome to Sunday School. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives.
It's
True. We'll make a brighter day. Just you and me. Today's scripture is from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 5, verses 5 through 13. Simon replied, "Master, we've worked hard all night and caught nothing, but because you say so, I'll drop the nets." So they dropped the nets, and their catch was so huge that the nets were splitting. They signaled for their partners on the other boat to come and help them, and they filled both boats so full they were about to sink. When Simon Peter saw the catch, he fell at Jesus' knees and said, "Leave me, Lord, for I am a sinner." Peter and those with him were overcome with amazement because of the number of fish they caught. James and John, Zebedee's sons, were Simon's partners, and they were amazed too. Jesus said to Simon, "Don't be afraid. From now on, you will be fishers of people." As soon as they brought the boats to the shore, they left everything and followed Jesus. Jesus was in one of the towns where there was a man who was covered in skin disease. When he saw Jesus, he fell on his face and begged, "Lord, if you want, you can make me clean." Jesus reached out his hand, touched him, and said, "I do want to. Be clean." Instantly, the skin disease left him. This is the word of the Lord. When was the last time you did some mission work? Over this last summer, when we couldn't go somewhere else to do mission work, we instead did mission work right here around Sioux Falls. A lot of what we did was pack food at Feeding South Dakota. They needed a lot of extra help for people in need. But sometimes we did things like we went to a park to pick up litter, or we made care packages for people who needed more stuff than just food. Last year we went to Kansas City, and a couple of the places we worked were faith-based thrift stores. When we went to do that work, regardless of where it was both last year and this year, there was usually the person in charge would say something like, "If one person was doing this work, it would have taken them a week. You all did it in a couple of hours." In one case last year, the group that I was with did over a week's worth of work in just under an hour. And the people in charge had to frantically find more work for us to do in a very short amount of time. That feeling feels good. It feels good to help people out and make a difference, and it feels good to make someone's life a little bit easier, and knowing that they will remember that for a good while. Making someone's day a little brighter is great, and we should always be thinking of what we can do to help people. But while we're thinking of what we can do to help people, we should also be thinking of why we are doing it in the first place. When Jesus started his ministry, he was the living example of a life lived for God that his followers should emulate. Jesus spent time with people who were hurting mentally, physically, and spiritually. Jesus knew that in order for someone to tend to their own spiritual needs, they first needed to tend to their physical needs. This actually reminds me of a local pastor named Pastor Rebel who leads a church called Church on the Street. There she ministers to people who are typically found on the street, either without a car or without a home. And this population in Sioux Falls comes together as one. One of the things that I will never forget Pastor Rebel saying is that in order for people to be spiritually fed, they have to be physically fed. I think the same goes for healing. In both parts of our Luke verse, Jesus does exactly this. He takes care of whatever physical or mental needs there are, and then proceeds to take care of the spiritual needs. When we see people in need, we see disasters on TV, or we see a beggar on the streets, or maybe we go on a mission trip and we help out those people. Almost certainly, we are going to take care of their physical needs first. When there is someone in need, all that person can think about is the thing that they're missing. Whether it's food or water or shelter or just to be treated like a human being, we can provide that. When Jesus heals the man with the skin disease, I find it interesting that the man tells Jesus, "If you want to heal me, please heal me." Friends, as followers of Jesus, we have to want to help people, to truly help them. Jesus has the ability to heal the man, but Jesus sets the example to help when he tells the man, "I want to help, be healed." If Jesus is our example and we need to try our best to live like he lived, then we need to want to help those who need it. Now, I know what you're thinking. We have a bit of a mountain to climb. There's a lot of people that need help. There's a lot of work to be done. And you might be feeling just a little bit overwhelmed. You're totally correct in feeling that way. But here's the fun thing. I can be the hands and feet of God all by myself, just like you can be the hands and feet of God all by yourself. But we can do so much more as the hands and feet of Jesus when we work together. We, with all of our Christian siblings, can make the world brighter by reflecting the light of Jesus, the Son, in all that we do. When we come together as one, we can make big changes happening. We are so powerful as a community because God gave us that community to help the world at any given moment. Let's get to work. There are some questions in the description down below for you to answer, either with your family or friends or to study by yourself. My email is also in the description. Let's have a discussion about what kind of things you discovered. Lastly, including this one, how many of these globes did you see in the video? You can email me your correct answers by Thursday, October 1st in order to be entered to win a prize. If you'd like to find out more about Sioux Falls First United Methodist Church, you can head over to our website at sfumc.org. Until next time.